My cherished child, my voice is reaching the deepest places within you right now. Those hidden chambers of your soul that you thought no one could access. Those secret rooms where you have stored your pain, your disappointment, your exhaustion. They are being touched by my presence as you listen to these words. I am breathing life into the parts of you that have forgotten how to hope. I am sending waves of peace into the corners of your heart that have been trembling with anxiety for far too long. This is not an accident. This is not a random moment. This is a divine appointment that I have orchestrated because you desperately needed to hear what I am about to tell you. Listen carefully to my words. Let them sink deep into your spirit. Do not allow them to bounce off the surface of your distracted mind. Receive them. Embrace them. Let them penetrate the walls you have built around your heart for protection. I know you have been guarding yourself. I know you have been afraid to hope again. I know you have been cautious about believing in good things because you have been disappointed so many times before. But right now, I am asking you to lower those defenses just enough to let my peace enter in. The tranquility I am sending to you is not a temporary feeling that will fade when circumstances change. It is a supernatural peace that will strengthen your soul from the inside out. It is a peace that will fortify you for the days ahead. It is a peace that will become an anchor for your emotions when the storms of life try to toss you around. My voice is touching your heart at this very moment. Can you feel it? That gentle warmth spreading through your chest, that slight lifting of the heaviness you have been carrying, that quiet sense that everything might actually be okay. That is me. That is my presence wrapping around you like a warm blanket on a cold day. I am caressing your wounded spirit with my peace. I am soothing the raw places in your soul that have been scraped and scratched by harsh experiences. I am applying the healing balm of my love to the bruises that no one else can see, but that you feel every single day. These invisible wounds have been causing you more pain than you have admitted to anyone, including yourself. But I see them. I have always seen them. And I am here to bring healing to every single one. The tranquility I am pouring into your spirit right now is not like any peace you have experienced before. This is not the temporary relief that comes when a problem is solved, only to be replaced by anxiety when the next problem appears. This is not the fleeting calm that depends on everything in your life going smoothly. This is the peace that passes all understanding. This is the peace that remains steady when circumstances are anything but steady. This is the peace that anchors your soul in the midst of the fiercest storms. This is my peace, and I am giving it to you freely, abundantly, unconditionally. There are corners of your being that have lost the desire to fight. I see them. I know about the parts of you that used to burn with passion and determination, but now feel cold and lifeless. I am aware of the dreams that once made your heart race with excitement, but now seem like distant memories that belong to a different version of yourself. I am breathing life into those corners right now. I am sending my spirit to revive what has been dormant. I'm awakening the parts of you that fell asleep under the weight of disappointment and discouragement. You do not have to stay in this state of emotional numbness. You do not have to accept this half-alive existence as your permanent reality. I am here to resurrect your joy, to revive your hope, to restore your passion for living. I understand why those parts of you went dormant. Life has been hard. The disappointments came one after another, and each one took a little more out of you. The betrayals cut deep, and the scars they left made you cautious about opening your heart again. The failures accumulated, and with each one, you began to doubt yourself a little more. The losses were overwhelming, and somewhere along the way, you decided it was safer not to want anything too much, not to dream anything too big, not to hope for anything too wonderful. You thought that by lowering your expectations, you could protect yourself from further pain. But instead of protecting you, this strategy has been slowly suffocating your soul. It has been draining the color from your existence. It has been turning your life from a vibrant adventure into a gray exercise in mere survival. I have come to tell you something important, something that your soul desperately needs to hear and believe. You have many days ahead of you. Your story is not over. The chapter you are currently living through is not the final chapter. There are pages yet to be written, experiences yet to be had, blessings yet to be received, victories yet to be won. The enemy has been whispering to you that this is as good as it gets, that the best years of your life are behind you, that you have nothing to look forward to except more of the same struggle and pain. He is a liar. He has always been a liar. And what he is telling you about your future is completely false. Your future is bright, not because your circumstances will magically become perfect, but because I will be with you in every moment of every day that lies ahead. Your future is hopeful, not because problems will never arise, but because my grace will be sufficient for every challenge you will ever face. Your future is secure, not because nothing bad can happen, but because nothing can separate you from my love. The days that stretch out before you are filled with possibilities that you cannot see from where you stand right now. There are blessings waiting around corners you have not yet turned. There are breakthroughs preparing to burst forth in areas where you have almost given up hope. There are relationships that will bring you deep joy, opportunities that will fulfill your deepest longings, and victories that will make the current struggles seem worthwhile. You have a future full of purpose. You have a destiny that has not yet been fulfilled. There are people who need what only you can give them, assignments that only you can complete, contributions that only you can make. The world is waiting for the gifts that I placed inside you before you were born. Do not let the darkness of your current circumstances convince you that your best days are behind you. I am telling you with absolute certainty that your best days are still ahead. The blessings I have planned for you are greater than anything you have experienced so far. The joy I am preparing for you will make your past sorrows seem small in comparison. The victories I am setting up for you will eclipse the defeats that have marked your journey until now. Decide to live. Make that choice right now, in this moment, as you listen to my words. Choose life. Choose hope. Choose to believe that good things are coming. I know it feels risky to hope again. I know it feels safer to keep your expectations low so you cannot be disappointed. But that kind of living is not really living at all. It is merely existing. It is surviving instead of thriving. I did not create you to barely get by. I did not breathe my life into you so you could spend your days just going through the motions. I created you to experience abundant life, overflowing joy, deep satisfaction, meaningful purpose. And all of those things are still available to you. They have not expired. They have not been canceled. They are waiting for you to reach out and receive them. When I breathed into Adam the breath of life, I was not just giving him biological existence. I was imparting something of my very essence, something divine, something eternal, something that cannot be extinguished by temporary difficulties. That same breath of life is in you. It has always been in you. But the circumstances of life have caused you to forget its power. The breath of life I placed within you has been suppressed by stress, buried under worry, hidden beneath layers of disappointment and pain. But it is still there. It is still alive. And right now, I am fanning that divine spark back into a flame. I am reminding your spirit of who you are and whose you are. I am awakening the dormant power that has been sleeping within you. Let me transform you. Give me permission to change you from the inside out. I want to renew your mind so you can think differently about yourself and your future. The thoughts you've been thinking about yourself are not accurate. They have been colored by pain, distorted by disappointment, twisted by the lies of the enemy. You have been believing things about yourself that I never said and never thought. You have been accepting limitations that I never placed on you. You have been living within boundaries that exist only in your imagination. Let me show you the truth about who you are. Let me reveal to you the person I created you to be. Let me introduce you to the version of yourself that exists in my heart. The version that is not defined by failures or limited by fears. I want to heal your heart so you can feel again without being afraid of the pain that feelings can bring. Somewhere along the way, you learned to numb yourself. You learned that if you do not feel too deeply, You cannot be hurt too badly. But this protective mechanism has come at a tremendous cost. In numbing yourself to pain, you have also numbed yourself to joy. In protecting yourself from disappointment, you have also blocked yourself from delight. In guarding yourself from sorrow, you have also shut out celebration. I did not create you for this partial existence. I created you to experience the full range of human emotion, to feel deeply, to love passionately, to rejoice fully. The healing I am bringing to your heart will restore your capacity to feel without being destroyed by feelings. I want to strengthen your spirit so you can face challenges without being overwhelmed by fear. Right now, fear has too much power in your life. It influences your decisions. It limits your options. It shrinks your world. It keeps you trapped in situations that you should have left long ago and prevents you from pursuing opportunities that could change your life. But fear is not your destiny. It is not your permanent condition. It is a temporary state that I am going to change. As my peace settles deeper into your spirit, fear will lose its grip. As my strength flows into your soul, courage will rise to replace the cowardice that has been controlling you. You will find yourself doing things you never thought you could do, saying things you never thought you could say, becoming someone you never thought you could become. I want to restore your soul so you can experience the fullness of life that I intended for you from the very beginning. Your soul has been depleted. The demands of life have drained you. The constant stress has exhausted your inner resources. You have been giving out more than you have been taking in, and the deficit has left you running on empty. But I am the restorer of souls. This is what I do. I take weary, depleted, exhausted souls, and I fill them with fresh life and new strength. I take damaged, wounded, broken souls, and I heal them from the inside out. I take lost, confused, directionless souls, and I give them clarity and purpose. Let me do this work in you. Let me restore what has been depleted, heal what has been wounded, clarify what has been confused. But I need your cooperation. I need you to surrender the parts of yourself that you have been holding back. I need you to trust me with the areas of your life that you have been trying to manage on your own. I need you to let go of the control you have been gripping so tightly and allow me to lead you into something better than you could ever create for yourself. This surrender is not weakness. It is wisdom. It is recognizing that I can see what you cannot see, that I know what you do not know, that I can do what you cannot do. It is acknowledging that your way has not been working and that it is time to try my way. It is admitting that you need help and that you are willing to receive it. I want to reveal wonderful things to you. There are marvels that I am preparing to give you, surprises that will take your breath away, blessings that will exceed your wildest expectations. You have no idea what I have been working on behind the scenes of your life. While you have been struggling and worrying and wondering if things will ever change, I have been orchestrating something beautiful. I have been moving pieces into place. I have been opening doors that were firmly locked. I have been softening hearts that were hard as stone. I have been preparing the way for your breakthrough. And soon, very soon, you are going to see the results of everything I have been doing. You are going to walk into the manifestation of promises that you had almost given up on. You are going to experience the fulfillment of dreams that you had tucked away in the back of your heart because you were afraid to want them anymore. The wonders I want to reveal to you are not just material blessings, although those are included. They are spiritual revelations that will transform how you see everything. They are insights into my character that will deepen your relationship with me in ways you never knew were possible. They are glimpses into my purposes that will give meaning to experiences that have seemed meaningless. They are understandings of my love that will heal wounds that have resisted every other form of healing. When I reveal these wonders to you, everything will change. Your perspective will shift. Your priorities will realign. Your fears will fade. Your hope will soar. You will see your life through new eyes, and what you see will fill you with awe and gratitude. I have told you many times before, and I will tell you again because you need to hear it and believe it deep in your bones. You are not weak. I know you feel weak. I know there are days when you can barely find the strength to get out of bed. I know there are moments when the simplest tasks feel like climbing a mountain. I know there are times when you look at yourself and see nothing but failure and inadequacy. But what you see is not what I see. When I look at you, I see strength that has been forged in the fire of adversity. I see resilience that has been built through surviving things that would have destroyed lesser souls. I see courage that may be buried under layers of fear and doubt, but is still very much alive and ready to rise again. The weakness you feel is real, but it is not the whole truth about you. Yes, in your own strength you are limited. Yes, in your human capacity you are insufficient. Yes, relying only on yourself you will eventually fail, but you are not meant to rely only on yourself. You are connected to an infinite source of power. You have access to strength that never runs out. You are linked to a God whose might is without limit and whose resources are without end. When you feel weak, you have simply forgotten this connection. When you feel insufficient, you have simply lost sight of this source. The weakness you experience is an invitation to tap into strength that is greater than your own, not a verdict on your identity or value. You are strong. You may not feel strong, but feelings are not facts. The truth about who you are is not determined by your emotions on any given day. The truth about who you are is determined by what I say about you. And I say you are strong. I say you are capable. I say you have what it takes to overcome every obstacle in your path. I say you are more than a conqueror through my love. I say you can do all things through my strength that works in you. I say that no weapon formed against you will prosper. I say that what the enemy meant for evil, I will turn for good. I say that you are the head and not the tail, above only and not beneath. I say that you are blessed coming in and blessed going out. I say that goodness and mercy will follow you all the days of your life. There is nothing that can defeat you. Nothing. Not the circumstances that seem impossible. Not the problems that appear unsolvable. Not the enemies that look invincible. Not the obstacles that feel immovable. Nothing has the power to ultimately overcome you because I am on your side. And if I am for you, who can be against you? The forces aligned in your favor are infinitely greater than the forces aligned against you. The power working within you is immeasurably stronger than the power working against you. The love surrounding you is vastly more powerful than the hatred attacking you. You may be outnumbered in the natural realm, but in the spiritual realm, you are backed by the armies of heaven. You may be outmatched by human standards, but by divine standards, your victory is already guaranteed. Let me tell you about this victory that is already guaranteed. It is not based on your performance. It is not dependent on your perfection. It is not earned by your effort. It is secured by my power, established by my word, guaranteed by my character. I have never lost a battle, and I never will. I have never failed to keep a promise, and I never will. I have never abandoned one of my children, and I never will. The victory that I have promised you is as certain as my existence. It may not look the way you expect. It may not come when you expect. It may not feel the way you expect. But it is coming. It is certain. It is guaranteed. And nothing can stop it. You are destined to live. Not just to exist. Not just to survive. But to truly live. You are destined to experience joy that makes your heart want to burst. You are destined to know peace that surpasses all human understanding. You are destined to walk in purpose that gives meaning to every moment of your existence. You are destined to love and be loved in ways that satisfy the deepest longings of your soul. This is not wishful thinking. This is not positive self-talk. This is prophetic declaration based on my eternal purposes for your life. I knew you before you were formed in your mother's womb. I chose you before the foundation of the world. I have plans for you that were established before time began, and nothing that has happened in your life so far has changed those plans. They are still intact. They are still active. They are still moving forward toward fulfillment. But I want you to take up your dreams again. Those dreams that you set aside because life got too hard. Those dreams that you buried because you were afraid of being disappointed again. Those dreams that you convinced yourself were childish or unrealistic or too big for someone like you. I want you to dig them up. I want you to dust them off. I want you to hold them up to the light of my promises and see them with fresh eyes. Because the dreams I planted in your heart were never random. They were never accidents. They were seeds of destiny that I placed inside you because I knew you had the capacity to see them fulfilled. And just because those seeds have been dormant does not mean they are dead. They are still alive, waiting for the right conditions to sprout and grow. Think about the dreams you have abandoned. Think about the hopes you have discarded. Think about the desires you have suppressed. Some of them may have been selfish or immature, and it was right to let those go. But others were planted by me. They were whispers of destiny, hints of purpose, previews of what I had planned for your life. You let them go because you did not believe they could come true. You abandoned them because the path to their fulfillment seemed too long or too hard or too uncertain. You suppressed them because wanting them too much seemed dangerous. But I am telling you now that it is time to reclaim them. It is time to believe again. It is time to dream again. It is time to hope again. Live your life full of faith. Let faith be the lens through which you see everything. Let faith be the filter through which you interpret every experience. Let faith be the foundation on which you build every decision. Faith is not denying reality. Faith is not pretending that problems do not exist. Faith is choosing to believe that my reality is more powerful than your circumstances. Faith is deciding to trust my promises even when everything around you seems to contradict them. Faith is the confidence that what I have said will come to pass, regardless of how long it takes or how impossible it looks. This kind of faith does not come naturally. It must be cultivated. It must be nurtured. It must be fed by my word and strengthened by my presence. But as you practice it, as you exercise it, as you stretch it beyond its current limits, it will grow. And as it grows, so will your capacity to receive everything I want to give you. Faith is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. The challenges you face are opportunities to exercise your faith. The difficulties you encounter are chances to strengthen your trust. Every time you choose to believe my promises in the face of contradicting circumstances, your faith grows a little stronger. Every time you decide to trust my character despite confusing situations, your faith deepens a little more. The trials you have been going through have not been punishment. They have been training. They have been building in you a faith that can withstand anything. And that faith is about to be rewarded. Live your life full of hope. Hope is not weakness. Hope is not naivety. Hope is not denial of the hard realities of life. True hope is an anchor for your soul, firm and secure. True hope is confident expectation, based on the unchanging nature of my character. I am good. I have always been good. I will always be good. And because I am good, you can trust that good things are in store for you. Not because you deserve them, not because you have earned them, but because I am your Father, and it brings me joy to give good gifts to my children. Hope in me. Hope in my plans. Hope in my timing. Hope in my methods. Hope in my ability to make all things work together for your benefit. This hope will not disappoint you. This hope will not let you down. This hope is built on a foundation that cannot be shaken. Hope sees possibilities where others see only problems. Hope finds reasons to believe when circumstances give reasons to doubt. Hope keeps moving forward when everything says to give up. Hope refuses to accept current conditions as permanent reality. Hope expects change. Hope anticipates breakthrough. Hope believes in miracles. This is the kind of hope I am breathing into your soul right now. Not naive optimism that ignores reality, but grounded hope that is anchored in my promises and fueled by my faithfulness. This hope will sustain you through the darkest valleys and the longest delays. This hope will keep your heart alive when everything around you is dying. This hope will be the light that guides you home. Everyone on this earth has problems. Every single person walking this planet faces challenges, struggles, difficulties of one kind or another. Rich or poor, famous or unknown, young or old, Everyone has their own battles to fight. You are not unique in facing hardship. You are not singled out for suffering. You are not being punished while everyone else lives charmed, trouble-free lives. The rain falls on the just and the unjust alike. The storms come to everyone eventually. But here's the difference. Here is what sets apart those who overcome from those who are overcome. Here is what distinguishes those who rise from those who remain fallen. It is not the absence of problems. It is the presence of faith. Those who believe in me, those who truly trust in me, those who anchor their souls in my promises and refuse to let go no matter how fierce the winds blow, they are not defeated by their problems. Their problems may be just as severe as anyone else's. Their challenges may be just as daunting. Their obstacles may be just as formidable. But they have something that makes all the difference. They have me. They have my strength working in them. They have my wisdom guiding them. They have my peace sustaining them. They have my love surrounding them. And with all of that, they are more than equipped to overcome anything that comes against them. My child, I'm speaking these words to you because you needed to hear them. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but right now. This is the exact message your soul has been longing for. This is the precise truth your heart has been aching to receive. I know everything about you. I know the thoughts that keep you awake in the darkness when the rest of the world is sleeping. I know the fears that grip your heart when you allow your mind to wander into worst-case scenarios. I know the doubts that whisper their poison into your ear when you try to believe for better things. I know the wounds that still bleed when certain memories are triggered. I know the shame that makes you want to hide even from me. My love for you is not based on your performance. It does not increase when you do well and decrease when you fail. It is constant. It is unwavering. It is eternal. There is nothing you could do to make me love you more than I already do. There's nothing you could do to make me love you less. My love is not a reaction to your behavior. It is an expression of my nature. I am love. Therefore, loving you is not something I do. It is something I am. And because my nature never changes, my love for you will never change. You can rest in this truth. You can build your life on this foundation. You can face every challenge with the confidence that you are deeply, profoundly, irreversibly loved by the Creator of the universe. Let this peace settle over you like a warm blanket. Let it seep into your bones. Let it quiet the anxious thoughts that have been racing through your mind. Let it calm the turbulent emotions that have been tossing you about. Let it still the restless stirrings of your soul that have kept you from experiencing true rest. This peace is my gift to you. It is not something you have to earn or achieve. It is not something you have to work for or pay for. It is freely given, available to you right now, in this very moment. All you have to do is receive it. Open your hands and your heart. Stop striving and struggling. Stop trying to figure everything out. Stop attempting to control what you cannot control. Just receive. Just rest. Just be still and know that I am God. I am doing a work in you that you cannot see yet. Beneath the surface of your awareness, in the depths of your spirit, I am making changes that will soon become visible. I am healing wounds that have been festering for years. I am breaking chains that have been holding you captive since childhood. I am dismantling walls that you built for protection but that have become prisons. I am replacing lies with truth, fear with faith, despair with hope, weakness with strength. This work is not instantaneous. It is a process. It takes time, but it is happening. Even when you cannot feel it, even when you cannot see any evidence of change, the work is progressing. Trust me. Be patient with yourself and with the process. Do not give up because you do not see immediate results. The transformation is underway, and soon you will begin to see the fruit of what I have been doing in the hidden places of your soul. The tranquility I am giving you is not dependent on external circumstances. It is not the kind of peace that requires everything in your life to be going well. It is the kind of peace that remains stable even when everything around you is chaotic. It is the kind of peace that keeps you grounded even when the ground beneath you seems to be shaking. It is the kind of peace that guards your heart and mind even when you are surrounded by reasons to be anxious. This peace comes from knowing who I am and trusting in my character. It comes from believing that I am in control even when things seem out of control. It comes from resting in the assurance that I am working all things together for good even when you cannot see how that could possibly be true. My voice is speaking directly to those areas of your life that have caused you the most pain. Those relationships that have broken your heart. Those disappointments that have crushed your spirit. Those failures that have made you question your worth. Those betrayals that have made it hard to trust. Those losses that have left gaping holes in your soul. I am speaking peace to all of these places. I am speaking healing to all of these wounds. I am speaking restoration to all of these broken areas. And my word never returns void. What I speak will come to pass. The peace I am declaring over you will manifest. The healing I am pronouncing will materialize. The restoration I am decreeing will become reality. Do not be afraid of what tomorrow may bring. I have already been there. I have already seen what will happen. I have already prepared the way. I have already positioned everything that you will need. The resources are in place. The people are in position. The doors are ready to open. The answers are prepared to be revealed. You do not have to figure it all out in advance. You do not have to have a detailed plan for every possible scenario. You just have to trust me to lead you one step at a time. And I promise that I will. I will never leave you to navigate this journey alone. I will never abandon you in the middle of a challenge without providing a way through. I will be with you in every moment, guiding, protecting, providing, and loving you every step of the way. The strength I am giving you is not human strength that can be depleted. It is divine strength that is constantly renewed. When you feel like you have reached the end of your resources, when you feel like you have nothing left to give, when you feel like you cannot take another step, that is when my strength becomes most evident. For my power is made perfect in weakness. When you are weak, then you are strong, because my strength flows most freely through those who recognize their own insufficiency. Stop trying to be strong in your own power. Stop trying to hold everything together by sheer force of will. Stop trying to prove to yourself and others that you can handle this on your own. Admit your weakness, acknowledge your need, and receive the strength that I have been longing to pour into you. I see the burdens you are carrying, the weight of responsibility that presses down on your shoulders, the demands that pull at you from every direction, the expectations that you feel you can never fully meet, the guilt of not being able to do everything for everyone, the pressure of trying to hold it all together while feeling like you are falling apart inside. I see it all. And I am telling you now that you were never meant to carry all of this alone. You were designed to walk in partnership with me, to share your burdens with me, to cast your cares upon me because I care for you. So right now, in this moment, I am inviting you to lay down the weights that you have been straining to carry. Set them at my feet. Leave them with me. Trust me to handle what you cannot. And experience the relief of walking in the lightness of my grace. Your soul needs this rest. Your body needs this peace. Your mind needs this stillness. You have been running on empty for too long. You have been pushing yourself past healthy limits for too many seasons. You have been ignoring the warning signs of exhaustion because you felt you had no choice but to keep going. But I am telling you now that you do have a choice. You can choose to stop. You can choose to rest. You can choose to prioritize your well-being over your productivity. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. Even I rested on the seventh day after creating the world. Rest is not a concession to human frailty. It is a divine design built into the fabric of creation. Honor this design. Embrace the rest I am offering you. And watch how your strength, your clarity, your joy, and your effectiveness are all restored as a result. My peace is flowing toward you right now, like a gentle river. Let it wash over you. Let it cleanse away the stress and strain that have accumulated in your soul. Let it carry away the debris of disappointment and the residue of regret. Let it refresh and renew every part of your being that has become stagnant and stale. This river of peace has been flowing since before time began. It flows from my throne. It never runs dry. It is always available to you. You do not have to earn access to it. You do not have to be perfect to receive it. You just have to be willing to step into its current and let it carry you. Let go of your need to control. Let go of your need to understand everything. Let go of your need to have all the answers. And simply float in the peace that I am providing. I am breathing new life into your dreams. Those visions of the future that once filled you with excitement but now seem impossibly far away. Those goals that once motivated you to get up each day, but now feel like cruel reminders of what you have not achieved. Those hopes that once burned brightly in your heart, but now barely flicker in the winds of disappointment. I am breathing on them right now. I am fanning those fading flames back into roaring fires. I am resurrecting what you thought was dead and gone. I am proving that nothing is too hard for me, that no dream is too far gone to be revived, that no hope is too damaged to be restored. Get ready. Things are about to shift. The resurrection of your dreams is beginning now. Do not listen to the voices that tell you it is too late. It is not too late. It is never too late when you are walking with me. I am the God who makes ways where there seem to be no ways. I am the God who opens doors that no one can shut. I am the God who turns endings into new beginnings. I am the God who brings life out of death and order out of chaos. Your situation is not beyond my reach. Your circumstances are not beyond my ability to change. Your problems are not beyond my power to solve. Whatever you are facing right now, I am bigger. I am stronger. I am wiser. And I am actively working on your behalf even when you cannot see or feel anything happening. The peace I am giving you will guard your heart. It will stand as a sentinel at the door of your emotions, checking everything that tries to enter. Fear will approach, and peace will turn it away. Anxiety will attempt to sneak in, and peace will block its path. Despair will try to infiltrate, and peace will refuse it entry. This guarding of your heart is not something you have to do in your own strength. It is something my peace does for you when you receive it and allow it to work. Your job is to keep your mind stayed on me, to keep your thoughts anchored in my truth, to keep your focus fixed on my promises. As you do this, my peace will do the rest. It will create a protective barrier around your innermost being that the enemy cannot penetrate. The tranquility I am sending is also renewing your mind. It is calming the frantic, fearful thoughts that have been racing through your brain. It is quieting the anxious mental chatter that has been exhausting you. It is bringing clarity to the confusion that has been clouding your thinking. As your mind becomes more peaceful, you will be able to think more clearly. You will be able to make better decisions. You will be able to see solutions that were hidden from you when your thoughts were in turmoil. Peace is not just a feeling. It is a state of being that affects every area of your life, including your mental capacity to navigate challenges and solve problems. Receive this mental peace and watch how your thinking transforms. I want you to know that you are precious to me, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. Not because of your accomplishments, but because of your identity as my child. You are the apple of my eye. You are inscribed on the palms of my hands. You are constantly before me. I think about you more often than you could ever imagine. My thoughts toward you outnumber the grains of sand on all the shores of all the oceans. And every single one of those thoughts is good. Every single one is full of hope. Every single one is saturated with love. There is not a moment when I am not thinking about you, caring about you, watching over you, working for you. You are never out of my mind or beyond my attention. The breath of life I am breathing into you right now is the same breath that spoke the universe into existence. It is creative breath, life-giving breath, resurrection breath. When this breath enters the deadest places of your soul, things begin to change. What was barren becomes fruitful. What was dark becomes light. What was cold becomes warm. What was stagnant becomes flowing. This is not metaphor. This is spiritual reality. My breath carries my life, and my life transforms everything it touches. Open yourself to receive this breath. Inhale deeply of my spirit. Let my life force fill every cell of your being, every corner of your soul, every dimension of your existence. You have been fighting battles that were never yours to fight. You have been carrying weights that were never yours to carry. you have been solving problems that were never yours to solve. In your desire to help, to fix, to make things right, you have taken on responsibilities that I never assigned to you. And now you are exhausted, you are depleted, you are running on empty. I am not asking you to abandon your loved ones or neglect your genuine responsibilities, but I am asking you to examine what you have been carrying and honestly assess whether all of it belongs to you. Some burdens are meant to be shared. Some battles are meant to be surrendered to me. Some problems are meant to be left in my hands. Learn to distinguish between what is yours and what is mine, and let me carry what belongs to me. My child, as you receive this peace, as you embrace this tranquility, as you allow my voice to touch the deepest places of your soul, something is shifting. The heaviness that has been pressing down on you is lifting. The fog that has been clouding your vision is clearing. The numbness that has been preventing you from feeling fully alive is dissolving. You are waking up from a long spiritual slumber. You are emerging from a season of emotional hibernation. You are coming back to life in ways you had forgotten were possible. This is the resurrection power of my spirit at work within you. This is the transforming effect of my presence on everything it touches. This is what happens when you truly receive the peace I am offering. I know there are questions you still have. I know there are situations that still do not make sense. I know there are prayers that still seem unanswered. I know there are promises that still seem unfulfilled. But I am asking you to trust me even in the midst of the not knowing. Trust me even when you cannot see the whole picture. Trust me even when the dots do not seem to connect. I have never failed you and I never will. Every delay has a purpose. Every silence has a meaning. Every seeming absence is actually a disguised presence. I am always working, always moving, always orchestrating things for your good. Even when it looks like nothing is happening, everything is happening in the invisible realm that will soon manifest in the visible one. The peace I am giving you is not just for you. It is meant to overflow from you to others. As you receive this peace, as you let it fill you to the brim and beyond, it will begin to spill over onto everyone around you. Your family will feel it. Your friends will notice it. Your co-workers will wonder about it. Your neighbors will be drawn to it. You will become a carrier of my presence, a dispenser of my peace, a channel through which my tranquility flows into a turbulent world. This is part of your purpose. This is part of why I am pouring so much peace into you right now. Not just for your benefit, although it certainly is for your benefit, but also for the benefit of everyone your life touches. My voice will continue to speak to you after this message ends. I am not limited to these words or this moment. I speak through my written word when you read it. I speak through the still small voice in your spirit when you quiet yourself to listen. I speak through circumstances and through other people and through the beauty of creation. I am constantly communicating with you, constantly reaching out, constantly expressing my love. Your part is to develop ears that hear and a heart that receives. The more you practice listening, the more you will hear. The more you hear, the more peace you will experience. The more peace you experience, the more you will be able to share with others. This is a beautiful cycle that I designed for your joy and my glory. Let this truth sink deep into your soul. You are loved beyond measure. You are valued beyond calculation. You are treasured beyond description. There is nothing ordinary about you in my eyes. You are a unique creation, fearfully and wonderfully made, designed with precision and purpose, endowed with gifts and abilities that the world needs. Do not let anyone or anything convince you otherwise. Do not accept the lies that tell you that you are worthless or useless, or that you do not matter. Those lies do not come from me. They come from the enemy who wants to steal your peace and destroy your purpose. Reject them. Replace them with my truth. You matter. You are important. You have value that cannot be diminished by circumstances or opinions or failures. As you go forward from this moment, carry this peace with you. Let it influence how you respond to challenges. Let it shape how you interact with difficult people. Let it guide how you make decisions. Let it comfort you when you face disappointments. Let it strengthen you when you feel weak. Let it remind you that you are not alone, that nothing can separate you from my love. This peace is now part of you. It is woven into the fabric of your being. It is anchored in the depths of your soul. No one and nothing can take it away unless you choose to release it. So hold on to it, guard it, nurture it, and let it grow within you until it becomes the dominant reality of your inner life. Remember what I have spoken to you. Return to these words when the noise of life threatens to drown out my voice. Let them be an anchor when the storms of life toss you about. Let them be a light when darkness seems to surround you. Let them be a foundation when everything else feels unstable. My words are spirit, and they are life. They carry power that does not diminish with time. They contain truth that remains true regardless of circumstances. They offer promises that I will never fail to keep. What I have said to you stands forever. It will not pass away. It will not be revoked. It will not be altered. It is established in the heavens, and no power on earth or under the earth can change it. You are ready for this new chapter. You may not feel ready, but you are. The seasons of preparation, though painful, have equipped you. The trials you have endured, though difficult, have strengthened you. The lessons you have learned, though hard, have made you wiser. Nothing you have been through has been wasted. Every experience, every challenge, every failure, every heartbreak has been used to shape you into the person you are becoming. And that person is someone capable of walking in the fullness of purpose I have planned. That person is someone ready to receive the blessings I have been storing up. That person is someone prepared to make a difference in ways you cannot yet imagine. My peace goes with you. My presence surrounds you. My grace sustains you. My power strengthens you. My wisdom guides you. My provision meets your every need. You lack nothing that is necessary for life and godliness. Everything you need has already been provided. Everything you require is already available. You are fully equipped for the journey ahead. Not because you are sufficient in yourself, but because my sufficiency fills every gap, compensates for every weakness, makes up for every lack. In me, you are complete. In me, you are whole. In me, you have everything you need to live the abundant life I promised. The tranquility that is settling into your spirit right now is not temporary. It is not just for this moment. It is a permanent deposit that I am making into the account of your soul. You can draw on this peace whenever you need it. You can access this tranquility whenever anxiety tries to rise. You can return to this place of rest whenever the world tries to steal your calm. What I am giving you is not a one-time experience, but an ongoing resource. It is a well that will never run dry. It is a river that will never stop flowing. It is a foundation that will never crumble. I am teaching you how to live from a place of peace rather than striving toward a place of peace. Most people spend their lives trying to arrange their circumstances so that they can finally feel peaceful. They think if they can just solve this problem, achieve this goal, acquire this thing, then they will be at peace. But this approach never works because circumstances are always changing. There's always another problem, another goal, another thing. The peace I am giving you does not depend on circumstances. It exists independent of what is happening around you. It is internal, not external. It is divine, not human. Learn to live from this peace, and you will discover a quality of life that most people only dream about. When you live from peace, instead of striving for peace, everything changes. Your reactions change. Your relationships change. Your decisions change. Your entire experience of life changes. Instead of being tossed about by every circumstance, you remain anchored. Instead of being controlled by every emotion, you remain centered. Instead of being overwhelmed by every challenge, you remain calm. This is not stoicism. This is not emotional suppression. This is supernatural peace that keeps you stable while still allowing you to feel fully alive. This is the peace that I lived from when I walked on earth. This is the peace that allowed me to sleep in a boat during a storm, to remain calm when facing my accusers, to speak words of forgiveness while hanging on a cross. And this same peace is now available to you. I want to talk to you about the voice that has been speaking lies into your mind. That voice that tells you that you are not enough, that you will never change, that your situation is hopeless, that your future is bleak. That voice does not come from me. I would never speak to you with cruelty or condemnation. I would never plant seeds of despair in your heart. I would never tell you that things are hopeless when I am the God of all hope. Learn to recognize the source of the voices you hear in your mind. My voice brings peace, even when it brings correction. My voice brings hope, even when it addresses difficult truths. My voice brings life, even when it calls you to die to something. If the voice you are hearing brings only fear, only shame, only despair, it is not my voice. Reject it. Replace it with the truth of what I say about you. The enemy has been working overtime to steal the peace that is rightfully yours. He knows that when you are at peace, you are powerful. He knows that when you are at rest, you are dangerous to his kingdom. He knows that when you are operating from tranquility rather than turmoil, you make better decisions, build stronger relationships, and fulfill your purpose more effectively. So he does everything he can to keep you in a state of anxiety, to maintain you in a condition of fear, to trap you in a cycle of worry. But his schemes are being exposed. His tactics are being revealed. And the peace I am giving you is going to displace the anxiety he has worked so hard to create. There is a reason why I tell you so often to not be afraid. It is not because I expect you to never feel fear. It is because I know that fear will try to speak to you constantly. It is because I know that the circumstances of life will regularly give you reasons to be anxious. It is because I know that living in this fallen world means facing situations that naturally provoke fear. But I do not want fear to be your master. I do not want anxiety to be your constant companion. I do not want worry to be the background noise of your existence. So I remind you again and again that you do not have to be afraid, that you can choose peace, that you can trust me with what concerns you. This is not a command to feel something you do not feel. It is an invitation to access something that is available to you. It is a reminder that fear does not have to have the final word. The peace I am giving you is meant to extend to every area of your life. It is meant to affect your relationships, bringing calm where there has been conflict, bringing understanding where there has been confusion, bringing reconciliation where there has been division. It is meant to affect your work, bringing clarity where there has been chaos, bringing focus where there has been distraction, bringing satisfaction where there has been frustration. It is meant to affect your health, bringing healing where there has been sickness, bringing strength where there has been weakness, bringing wholeness where there has been brokenness. It is meant to affect your finances, bringing provision where there has been lack, bringing wisdom where there has been foolishness, bringing freedom where there has been bondage. No area of your life is beyond the reach of my peace. No part of your existence is excluded from my tranquility. I see how hard you have been trying. I see the effort you have been putting into solving your problems, fixing your relationships, improving your circumstances. I see the late hours, the worried thoughts, the constant strategizing. And while I appreciate your diligence, I want you to know that not everything depends on your effort. Some things require my intervention. Some situations need my supernatural touch. Some problems can only be solved by my divine power. You have been trying to do in your own strength what can only be done in mine. You have been trying to control what was never meant to be in your control. You have been trying to fix what only I can fix. Let go. Rest. Trust me. And watch what I will do when you stop striving and start believing. The tranquility I am breathing into your soul right now is displacing the chaos that has been occupying that space. Imagine a room filled with darkness. When light enters, the darkness does not fight back. It simply leaves. It has no choice. The light displaces it automatically, effortlessly, completely. This is what is happening in your soul right now. My peace is the light, and the anxiety that has been dwelling within you is the darkness. As my peace enters, the anxiety must leave. It cannot coexist with my presence. It cannot remain where I have taken up residence. The more you receive my peace, the more the anxiety will be displaced. The more you welcome my tranquility, the more the turmoil will be forced out. I know you have tried many things to find peace. You have tried distracting yourself from your problems. You have tried medicating your pain with various substances or activities. You have tried thinking positively and hoping for the best. You have tried controlling everything and everyone around you. You have tried lowering your expectations so you could not be disappointed. Some of these strategies may have provided temporary relief, but none of them have given you lasting peace. That is because true peace cannot be manufactured by human effort. It cannot be achieved through psychological techniques. It cannot be purchased with money or earned through accomplishment. True peace can only come from me, the Prince of Peace, the source of all genuine tranquility. What I am offering you right now is different from anything you have tried before. This is not positive thinking, although it will make your thinking more positive. This is not stress management, although it will reduce your stress. This is not self-help, although it will help you more than you can imagine. This is supernatural peace from a supernatural God. This is divine tranquility flowing from the throne of heaven directly into your spirit. This is the peace that passes all understanding. The peace that does not make sense given your circumstances. The peace that remains stable even when everything around you is falling apart. This is what you have been searching for all along, even if you did not know what to call it. Receive it fully. Do not just take a small sip when I am offering you an ocean. Do not just accept a sprinkle when I am pouring out a flood. Do not just welcome a moment of peace when I am giving you a lifetime supply. Expand your capacity to receive. Open yourself wider than you ever have before. Let my peace flow into areas that you have been protecting, areas that you have been hiding, areas that you have been afraid to expose even to me. There is no part of you that I do not already know. There is no secret you could reveal that would shock me. There is no wound you could show me that I cannot heal. So stop hiding. Stop protecting. Stop pretending. And receive the fullness of the peace I am longing to give you. The listening ear you have given me right now is precious. The openness of your heart in this moment is beautiful. The willingness you are showing to receive from me is exactly what I have been waiting for. I have been longing to speak these words to you. I have been waiting for a moment when you would be ready to hear them. I have been preparing this message specifically for you, knowing that it would reach you at exactly the right time. Nothing about this encounter is accidental. Nothing about this message is generic. I am speaking to you, personally, individually, directly. I know your name, I know your story, I know your struggles, and I am addressing them right now with words of life and peace. As my voice continues to touch your heart, let it go deeper than it has ever gone before. Let it reach places that nothing else has been able to reach. Let it heal wounds that nothing else has been able to heal. Let it bring peace to areas that nothing else has been able to calm. There are chambers in your soul that have been locked and sealed for years. There are rooms in your heart that you have not allowed anyone to enter. There are parts of your being that you have kept hidden even from yourself. I am gently knocking on those doors right now. I am tenderly asking permission to enter. Will you let me in? Will you give me access to those protected places? Will you trust me enough to lower your defenses completely? I promise I will not hurt you. I will only bring healing. I will only bring restoration. I will only bring peace. The transformation that is taking place within you right now will have effects that extend far beyond this moment. Seeds are being planted that will bear fruit for years to come. Foundations are being laid that will support structures you cannot yet imagine. Doors are being opened that will lead to rooms you have never explored. What is happening right now is not just about feeling better in the moment, although you will feel better. It is about positioning you for a future that exceeds your highest expectations. It is about preparing you for blessings that are currently beyond your ability to conceive. It is about equipping you for a life that is far more abundant than anything you have experienced so far. I want you to understand something about the nature of my peace that will help you hold on to it when circumstances try to steal it away. My peace is not passive. It is not merely the absence of conflict or the temporary cessation of problems. My peace is active. It is a living force that works within you to produce stability, clarity, and strength. It does not just sit quietly in a corner of your soul waiting to be noticed. It actively works to transform your mind, to heal your emotions, to strengthen your spirit. It is always moving, always working, always producing fruit in your life. When you receive my peace, you are not just receiving a pleasant feeling. You are receiving a powerful force that will reshape your entire inner world. This peace will teach you how to respond differently to the challenges of life. Instead of reacting with fear, you will be able to respond with faith. Instead of reacting with anger, you will be able to respond with patience. Instead of reacting with despair, you will be able to respond with hope. This does not mean you will never feel negative emotions again. You are human, and humans feel a wide range of emotions. But it does mean that you will not be controlled by those emotions. It means that you will have a center of stability within you that remains unmoved even when everything else is shaking. It means that you will have a foundation of peace that cannot be destroyed, no matter what storms may come. The peace I am giving you will also affect how you treat others. When you are at peace within yourself, you naturally become a source of peace for those around you. You become less defensive, less reactive, less easily offended. You become more patient, more understanding, more compassionate. You become a calming presence in the midst of chaos, a steady hand in the midst of crisis, a voice of reason in the midst of confusion. This is one of the ways that my peace overflows from you to bless others. As you become more peaceful, everyone in your sphere of influence benefits. Your family feels it, your friends experience it, your coworkers notice it. Even strangers sense that there is something different about you, something attractive, something that they cannot quite name, but that draws them toward you. I also want you to know that receiving my peace does not mean you will never face difficulties again. It does not mean that life will suddenly become easy and problem-free. What it means is that you will face those difficulties from a different place. You will encounter those problems with a different perspective. You will navigate those challenges with a different resource. The difficulties may be the same, but you will be different. The problems may not change, but your capacity to handle them will be transformed. The challenges may continue to come, but they will no longer have the power to overwhelm you because you will be facing them from a position of peace rather than from a position of panic. Think of peace as your home base. No matter what happens out in the world, no matter what battles you have to fight, no matter what challenges you have to face, you always have a place to return to. Peace is your resting place, your refuge, your sanctuary. When the world overwhelms you, you can retreat to this place of peace within you and find rest. When the noise of life becomes too loud, you can withdraw to this place of tranquility and hear my still small voice. When the demands of others drain you, you can return to this place of quiet and be refilled. This inner sanctuary is not a physical location. It is a spiritual reality that you carry with you wherever you go. No one can take it from you. No circumstance can destroy it. No enemy can breach its walls. It is secured by my presence and maintained by my power. I have been watching over you for longer than you know. I have been guiding your steps, even when you were not aware of my presence. I have been protecting you from dangers you never saw and orchestrating blessings you never expected. My involvement in your life did not begin when you first became aware of me. It began before you were born, before you were conceived, before your parents ever met. I have been thinking about you for eternity. I have been planning good things for you since before time began. And now, in this moment, all of that planning and preparing is coming to fruition. The peace I am giving you is part of a much larger plan that extends far beyond what you can see or imagine. You are not alone in this journey. You have never been alone, although there have certainly been times when you felt utterly isolated. Even in your loneliest moments, I was there. Even when you could not sense my presence, I was present. Even when you cried out and heard no answer, I was listening. I have never for a single moment abandoned you or turned my back on you. The silence you sometimes experienced was not absence. It was a different kind of presence, a quiet presence that was allowing you to grow in ways that constant intervention would have prevented. But make no mistake, I have always been there. I am there now, and I will continue to be there through whatever comes. Let this knowledge sink deep into your heart. You are loved by a God who never sleeps, never grows weary, never forgets about you, never loses interest in your well-being. You are watched over by a Father who knows every hair on your head, who collects every tear you cry, who records every prayer you pray. You are accompanied by a presence that goes before you to prepare the way, walks beside you to keep you company, and stands behind you to guard your back. You are surrounded, enveloped, embraced by a love that will never let you go. This is not religious language or poetic exaggeration. This is literal truth about your actual situation. You are never, ever, ever alone. As this message comes to a close, I want you to carry something with you into whatever comes next. Carry the memory of this moment when you felt my peace wash over you. Carry the awareness that I am always speaking, always reaching out, always desiring connection with you. Carry the confidence that no matter what challenges arise, you have a source of strength and peace that cannot be depleted. Carry the knowledge that you are deeply loved, fully accepted, and completely cherished by the God who made the universe. Let these truths become the lenses through which you see everything. Let them become the foundation on which you build your life. Let them become the anchor that holds you steady when storms come. The journey ahead of you will have ups and downs. There will be moments of great joy and moments of deep sorrow. There will be seasons of abundance and seasons of waiting. There will be times when my presence feels near and times when it feels distant. Through all of it, remember what I have spoken to you. Remember the peace I have breathed into your soul. Remember the promises I have made. Remember that nothing can separate you from my love. When doubts arise, come back to these truths. When fears attack, take refuge in these words. When the enemy tries to steal what I have given you, fight back with the weapons of faith and trust. You have been changed by this encounter. You may not fully realize it yet, but something fundamental has shifted within you. A seed has been planted that will grow into something beautiful. A foundation has been laid that will support everything that comes next. A door has been opened that will lead to places you never expected. Trust the process. Trust the timeline. Trust me. I know what I am doing, even when it does not make sense to you. I am working all things together for your good, even the things that feel painful or confusing in the moment. Nothing is wasted. Everything is being used, and the end result will be more glorious than you can imagine. Before I close, I want to remind you one more time of the central truth of everything I have spoken. My voice brings peace. When you hear me speak, peace follows. When you listen to my words, tranquility enters your soul. When you receive what I am saying, strength flows into your spirit. This is not magic. This is the natural result of connecting with the source of all peace. I am the Prince of Peace. Peace is not just something I give. It is something I am. When you draw near to me, you draw near to peace itself. When you receive my words, you receive peace itself. When you trust my promises, you trust peace itself. So keep listening, keep receiving, keep believing. The peace I have given you is just the beginning. There is more where that came from. There is an endless supply of tranquility available to you. There is a bottomless well of rest for your weary soul. Come back to me whenever you need to be refilled. Return to my presence whenever you need to be refreshed. Seek my voice whenever you need to be reminded of who you are and whose you are. I will always be here. I will always be speaking. I will always be ready to pour out my peace on anyone who comes to me with an open heart. My beloved child, I have spoken to you words of peace and life. I have breathed into your soul the tranquility that your spirit has been longing for. I have touched the deepest places of your being with the healing presence of my love. Now I am asking you to believe. Believe that what I have said is true. Believe that my promises will come to pass. Believe that your future is bright. Believe that your best days are ahead. Believe that you are loved unconditionally. Believe that nothing can separate you from my love. Believe that all things are working together for your good. Believe that the peace I have given you is real and lasting and powerful. This belief is faith, and this faith is the key that unlocks every blessing I have prepared for you. Go now in peace. Walk forward in confidence. Face your challenges with courage. Embrace your future with hope. Let my tranquility strengthen your soul and stabilize your emotions and clarify your thinking and energize your spirit. You are different now than you were before you heard these words. Something has changed inside you. Something has shifted. Something has been healed and restored and renewed. Honor that change by living differently. Let your life reflect the peace that now dwells within you. Let your words and actions demonstrate the transformation that has begun. And know that I will never stop speaking to you, never stop pouring out my love on you, never stop working on your behalf, never stop being the God who makes all things new. Amen. If this message touched your heart and brought peace to your soul, please share it with someone who needs to hear these words. There is someone in your life right now who is struggling, who is weary, who has lost hope. This message could be the very thing they need to hear. Type Amen in the comments to receive this blessing of peace and tranquility into your life. Subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a message from God. He has so much more He wants to speak to your heart. Every message is an opportunity for transformation, for healing, for breakthrough. Do not miss what God has for you. Share, comment, subscribe, and be blessed.